Welcome back to JB Reviews. Today I'm going to show you guys some of the lighting on this 2022 Ford F150 Lightning. So first thing is first, let's go ahead and walk up to the truck. And as you get close, it does give you some lighting around the truck here. So the front lights come on, the rear lights come on. Not the headlights, but just the accent lights. And then lights on the mirrors right here. And you also have a light down there that comes on, top lights there, and then the lighting on the back. Isn't that really cool? Has that futuristic look. And then when you go to unlock the door, you do get one blink. And then check out the light on the ground here. These are super bright down below here. Almost slipped this now, by the way. Super bright. Now, as far as your charging station goes, there's a small light right there, and that will illuminate as it gets fully charged too. And as far as the headlights go, hopefully you guys can see the projector style. You can't see it there. Might be better on this side. A little bit better on that side. So you have two projector beams, and then you have an accent light right there. And then you have a light that runs all the way across the front. So I am going to back it up a little bit so you guys can see that, okay? So here's a better look at those lights up front. And as I mentioned, you have this light that goes all the way across the front. I'm not a huge fan of stuff like that, but it does look cool, and I get it for the electric vehicles. Now these projectors do have a lot of color on them. I believe this is the low beam down below here. And let's go ahead and take a look at the turn signals. So you can see there, this kind of has like a sequential switchback. And these are like really bright too, by the way. Really bright. And you have an accent amber light right there. And check out how bright those are. They do blink on the mirrors too. And then check these out. This looks so nice. Love how they wrap around the side, all the way around back, just like you saw on the front. Looks really cool. And down below, here's a fun fact. They use incandescent bulbs for the other F150s, by the way. Maybe not the hybrid, but I do know for a fact the other ones have incandescent bulbs. So if you want to switch those out, you can probably order these from Ford, and you have like that OEM look. Now let's see what happens when you open the tailgate. Nothing happens actually. Hold on one second. You do have two lights in here to kind of give you some illumination for your plugs. There is a button inside of the bed. I forgot about that one. That does turn these lights on. And there's a lot of light back here too, by the way. Now let's see if it turns on the back. So this acts as a reverse light, and it acts as a light for your conventional hits too. And I believe these are the reverse lights here. Super bright, and tons of light back here. And those can be turned on actually from the tailgate. I did not know that actually. So you push this button here, it'll turn these lights on and off. You see how they have like a slow turn off too? I like that they do that. Let's see if I can get my camera to focus here. So here's a low beam cutoff. It's a little fuzzy for the most part. You can see down below there, it's really like kind of disproportioned. I did a video with a Toyota Tundra, and it had the premium lighting system. Those lights were way better in terms of like the focus. So here's what I was talking about. This is a Toyota Tundra. See how well focused the light is? And it has like a lot of color on top of the cutoff of the projector. Now I'm not saying these aren't any better. I'm just saying that just the overall cutoff line with these projectors are not as like intense and precise as the one on the Toyota Tundra. And these are little things that I do look at. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Rams on the HD segment are not that good either. But overall, these do put out a lot of light. And it looks like they do kind of go out pretty far too. You can see how it kind of pops up like that. Now let's check out the high beam. I think this does have a better high beam than the Toyota Tundra. Yeah, it's pretty darn good. This is back up a little bit. Yeah, you see how much light gets put out? There you go. Might be a little bit better for you. Yeah, look at that. Super bright. Wow. And you can push this stock out to keep the high beams on, but I want to show you guys something real quickly. Man, look at how much light comes out of these lights on the mirror. They're super bright. But yeah, check this out. So as I mentioned, the lower projector right here, this is actually the low beam, and this is no doubtably the high beam right here. Yeah, I can't even look at it, but the top projector is definitely the high beam. As far as the interior goes, there's a nice accent light. It looks kind of bluish on the camera, but I think it's like more of like a green color. It is down below. And even on the steering wheel, you can see that too. Now the interior lights on the roof are going to be LED. I think just about everything in this truck is going to be 100% LED because of it being electric. They use less energy, so that's why they use them. And then let's go ahead and turn it off for a second. If you unlock the door with a key, it does turn on the interior lights for you. And let's see what happens when you open the door. Really cool animation. Pretty cool. Keeps going. All right. They do illuminate the push button start button. And let's go ahead and start it up again. I actually missed something on the outside I have to show you guys because the headlights do a dance, so I have to show it to you. But here's some of your lights up top here. This does have a panoramic sunroof too. Then out back, nice lights. Not a lot of light, but you can see that there is a good amount of ambient lighting in the back. So it doesn't seem dark in the rear. And these screens do put out a little bit of light too for you as well. So if you do turn on some of the reading lights inside of the truck here, let's just turn this one on. Puts a little bit of light on my lap there, and then around the steering wheel too. And then as far as your top glove box goes, there's no lighting in there. And surprisingly, there's none down here too. That's interesting. Normally you see a little bit of light for these areas. Hopefully you guys can see a little bit better. But yeah, there's no light down below. And the headlights are on. So pretty interesting. And don't forget the vanities too. They're using a warmer color for the LEDs, which are perfect for checking yourself out versus like the bluer color ones. But overall, great lighting inside of the truck, especially out back. I mean, there's a ton of light from the ceiling lights up here. And again, ambient lighting front and rear, which is very helpful. And let me just show you guys the headlight dance, and then we're gonna head down the road. All right, let's see if I can make it do it again. So that's really all it does. So they do swivel with their steering wheel. And you may not be able to see that when we go on the drive, but you can kind of see when they did the dance just now. But let's go ahead and hit down the road. I mean, overall, these lights do have a nice color on the cutoff, as I mentioned about the Toyota Tundra. Here it is. You can kind of see it. It's not as clear. Like I said, these projectors are just okay. They're not bad. They're not great. They're not even good. They're like okay. And you can probably see a little bit better right there too. They do put out a lot of light though. They are bright. I'm not gonna discount that from them. Hopefully you guys can see across all the snow. But yeah, these headlights are wide and they put out a lot of light. They're just not as clean as the Toyota Tundras were. The Tundras had really nice cutoffs. The Ford Super Duty has good low beams for the 2022 and earlier trucks from like 2020. I don't think before that they weren't that great. But you can see, I mean, the snow's kind of vibrant with this LED light. But they go all the way across the road. And actually you can see the light on the road even though it's wet. It's a little bit darker when it's wet like this, so you can typically not see that well at night, especially if it's raining. But this isn't bad. So here's the main road. Yeah, they're definitely bright for sure. And actually I'm glad it did snow because you can really see just how far out they go too. They're pretty much hitting the other side of the road. And as I mentioned, they're bright, they're wide. They just don't have that nice clean look. And again, I'm just really picky because I used to be a light junkie, so I've done retrofits, things like that, so I really do understand the aspect of why manufacturers can't give you the best lighting. Sometimes they have to detune their projectors in order to get past like DOT, so that's kind of why some of the manufacturers don't have as good as headlights, is because they're not allowed to put out a lot of light. So I'm gonna go down this dark road here real quickly and pull over so you guys can see the truck on the front one last time, and that'll pretty much end the video. Let's take a quick peek real quickly. So all the way across this highway here, I'm in the median as I mentioned, and then here's what it looks like up front. A lot of color on the projectors. You can really see that accent light a lot better too. It looks so cool. Like I said, not the best, but it's really good for factory lights. Like if you go back 15 years when HIDs start really coming out, these are way better than those, with the exception of the LS430. Those had the best of the best. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end off here. I'm gonna show you guys one last thing and then that'll pretty much be it. There are lights on the mirrors right here. And what I really wanted to show you was the frunk. I forgot that there was a frunk on this truck, so let's see how they illuminate this area. Okay, cool. So they give you lights right up there. And you can really see well inside this area. So there you go. That's pretty much all I want to show you that I can think of. If I miss anything, let me know in the comment section. See you guys in the next video.